So hello everyone, warmly welcomes you back to the Rafael BBA Digital Learning in the subject Business Startup and Innovation, semester number 3. We already have discussed about the topic cooperative societies, cooperative organizations, and we already have discussed about the features and its merits. So today we are going to learn about the demerits of the cooperative societies. All right, so I just going to revise the topic which already we have discussed yesterday in brief. Cooperative organization, there are some merits. Easy formation, we already have discussed yesterday, and democratic management, we also look at that. Limited liability, so far as liability is concerned, or every member is having a limited liability because of their investment is very much small. Stability, because we already have discussed that perpetual existence is there, and it never dies. It can be dissolved only. It may not have any difference if someone is uh, getting death or insolvency. Government have given some reliefs to the cooperative societies. Economic operations, even open memberships, anyone can join it. Shares are of smaller denomination. We already have discussed. There are the price of the shares are very much less. Or now let's discuss about the demerits. What are the demerits? First one is the limited capital. Cooperatives have limited capital. What do they have? A limited capital because members come from the local areas and have a limited means. It means that they are coming from a weaker section, as we already have discussed, that the members who join in the society are not having a that much sound economic position. Right, so limited means the members do not invest much in its shares due to one man, one vote and limits on the dividend. All right, and number two, second demerit is inefficient management. There are lack of the management because they are not having any expert people with them. That might possibly they do not have that much efficient management. The affairs of the cooperatives societies are not managed in efficient manner because management of the cooperative society is carried on by elected representatives and there of the members who do not have business experience and perfect knowledge to manage the affairs of the society. All right, I hope you all people understand, because they do not have any mastery in how to manage it, probably in mismanagement. So we can say that it might probably have the inefficient management. And third one is absence of motivation. What it says, motivation, we all need the motivation for doing a work, doing a very super fantastic work and achieve the results. But here in cooperative society we may not found that much motivation because members are not motivated to put in their best efforts, which seems there is no direct link between efforts and rewards because they do not get any reward and some of the other financial rewards either in motivation in terms of something their achievements, so that they might probably not giving that much attention. So we can say that there is the absence of motivation and ultimately it is the demerit of the cooperative societies. Fourth one is the conflict among members. Over a period of time, conflicts arises among members and it takes, sorry यहाँ पर थोड़ा spelling mistake है, don't pay attention, because it takes place, a selfish motive takes place of service motives. Without cooperation of the members and groups, cooperative becomes inactive in its operations. Sometimes what happen, one of the member who is willing to do a job but may not probably he is doing because other people stop him to do something. So it because of the conflict between some of the members and groups. All right, so groupism maybe arises and there might be a conflict. So it is one of the demerit or disadvantage of the cooperative societies. And fifth one, that is a rigid government rules. The rules of the government are somewhat rigid and they must be focus on that, and thus they must be obeyed by the rules what government have informed. Excessive government regulation and control over the cooperatives may adversely affect the flexibility of the operations and development of the society. Even they are not having any financial sound positions, they may not be adjust with some of the situations. For example, a cooperative society is required to get its account audited, to submit its accounts regularly to the registrar. In front of the registrar, they have to give all the audited report. Every a time they need to make some of the financial report, and that is very much difficult for the cooperative society to represent their audit report. All right, and it is compulsory, mandatory. Every cooperative society has to submit reports. And one more demerit is lack of the secrecy. See, secrecy is very much necessary. So, some in some part where they need to maintain the operational secrets. How do they operate and what are their motives? But in cooperative societies, they are voluntarily associated with the group or the society, we can say. So, it is very difficult to maintain the secrecy in the cooperative society. The affairs of the cooperatives are generally exposed to the members so that it becomes difficult for them to maintain proper business secrets. Business secrets होते हैं तो वो उनको हमेशा ही secret कई बार maintain करने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, लेकिन वो यहाँ पर इस बात का संभव नहीं है. It is very difficult to maintain the secrets because the members are voluntarily discuss with each other and openly discuss the whatever the plans about the society and their future plans. All right, I hope these are the demerits you learn carefully, and please note it down in your notebook also. Thank you so much.